Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
All right, please note that the language and ideas presented on the show might not be suitable for everyone. If you're under 18, make sure your mom isn't around. If you're over 80, why is your mom around?
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
Okay, on Cyrus Says, we meet the legend herself. Well, I call her legend, but she doesn't like that, but she's really young. Sophie.
Why follow your auntie's advice when you can follow Cyrus Says on Facebook and Twitter to stay updated about the latest shows?
All right, on Cyrus Says, to talk about onions, enough has been said about this, but I'm asking Indians all across the country, don't eat onions for lunch. I know it's very much part of our cooking and culture, but can you not do that and then come to work? Okay, I work in a small studio with two ugly men, and most of the time they stink. I have to be honest. So please, guys, dinner time, let your family suffer, but not on the general public. You owe it. It's your duty to society and the people you love and live with to avoid the onions at certain times of the day. All right, that's what Cyrus has to say.
And that's what Cyrus Says.
I'm with Sophie, the one and only. Hi, Soph.
Right.
Long time no see. And of course,
funny.
never touch. But that's because your choice is thus.
Broach, we were very close
We were
to
very
touching
close,
on
we were
that
very
sofa
close.
for so many
No.
years.
You know, the sad part is that you're a very attractive woman. I'm a very unassuming man. And the sad part is that there comes a point, people used to ask me this all the time. You're with Soph on this couch and she's so hot and she's so voluptuous and come on, brocha yaar, kuch to hota hai, come on every day, all that. And then I have to explain to them, I think after some time the relationship, either if it doesn't get into that chemistry zone,
then
it's just very comfortable.
Yeah, it's
So
like
we're-
platonic.
Yeah.
It's so beyond
we're like
platonic.
two guys in a classroom
Yeah.
who are having a good time, but what can we do?
Yeah, and like this love show, you
I
turned
blame
it
you.
around to be a cricket show. I blame you because I used to come sexy. Like I wore those short skirts and those
No,
knee-high
listen,
boots.
you remain sexy. It's not like you unsexied at any point. The point is you remain sexy, you just didn't find me sexy. And I also wore the boots, by the way.
The thing is, you were really cute and then you brought your son on set and I fell in love with him. So
Oh God, do you
that
want
was
him?
it.
He's 13 now. Do you want him?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Oh God, he doesn't talk to me at all.
Yeah, of course not.
Apparently that's the norm. I
But
have
he
no
might
idea.
talk to me.
Oh, and at 14 he will. So just give it a few months. Yep, he'll be back. All right, Soph, you're back with another video. And,
I am indeed.
And tell us about it. And I've just been told 7 million in climbing, which is huge.
I know, not bad, huh? So the brand new song is called Sajan Main Nachungi. I guess I've always been somebody who's believed in the whole pop space.
Let me explain the Hindi term Sajan Main Nachungi.
Go on, I'm dying
to
for you to
everybody
explain
listening. Now, Sajan is my neighbor, Sajan Sharma, and Main Nachungi means he's telling me he will dance. Having just married a lovely girl called Padmini, who obviously doesn't like him, he's spending most of his time on the balcony dancing. You were inspired and you came up with a video.
Correct.
Replaced Padmini with your beautiful self
Yes.
and your lovely vocals.
And
Because
that's
thank God she can't sing. And the result is, now let's talk about the video.
Well, I don't know, because I also met a reporter in Delhi whose name was Sajan Choudry.
It's very common.
Sajan Choudry. I was like, you're made for me. Like, my song is Sajan Main Nachungi. You're Choudry. I'm Choudry. This is perfect. But yeah, that didn't work out.
Is it Choudry or is it Choudry?
You know, when I moved, I was in London my entire life and I thought I was Choudry.
Oh, is it?
Yes, and then I went to Paris to study and I became Choudry. And then I came to India and they're like, hey, Choudry. Then I was like, dude, nahi yaar. Aisa nahi ho sakta.
Let me say I am a patriot of sorts, but I can't understand if you go to Europe why you come back. Firstly, it just upsets me.
Oh no, I know, Broach, but how would I have met you? How would I have sat on that couch and how would I have come up with all these fabulous indie
And
pop
whatever
singles?
the Brits and the Frenchies and the Indians have done with your name, I must have done worse by then. I remember.
Yeah, you call me Sofa.
No, the
Nothing
thing is,
can be worse than
the
that.
thing is, Sophie for us, a Parsi version is more Sophia.
But that is, that's my name. My name was always Sophia.
But we say it wrong.
Sophie.
Just say it. You say it.
Sophia.
Sophia. So we say Sophia. Sophia. You sound like part of a furniture set, which,
Correct. So I was Sophia, then I became Sophia, then I became Sofa. So finally I said, forget it. I'm just going to be Sophie. It's much easier. So anyway, yeah, it's not helped much, but still.
Aligning yourself with different generations and societies is not easy. Let's first talk about the video, then we'll go back to your entire
sure.
life.
So, this pop space is something I've always believed in. And I know like the whole pop video music sort of died a little bit, but it's made a big comeback in the last 6 months, 1 year. And I wanted to bring out a song that was perfect for like the wedding season, the festive season, like that whole party season, which is now. But the fun thing that we did was rather than just show like a wedding video and Sangeet and all that, we actually did the concept of a bachelorette party. So it's basically my bachelorette party where it's a bunch of girls having fun, singing, dancing. Of course, I have Brazilian eye candy for the girls.
So the male strippers are Brazilian.
Yes.
Now, as a Desi, as a Swadeshi follower,
Yes.
as an Indian male and a union member,
Yes.
why
And
did
who
you
has
reject?
such a fantastic
But
body.
why did you reject the John Abrahams and the Dino Morias and the what have yous?
I know. I felt really
Neither
bad.
of whom have work at the moment, so you should have.
I
I'm
felt
kidding.
really
John has
bad.
plenty.
Yeah, and so does Dino.
So
That's
does Dino.
mean.
Yeah.
I felt really bad saying no to them. But Dino did a guest appearance in my last video, Hangama Ho Gaya.
And
That
he's
was very
almost
cute of him.
Brazilian, isn't he? He's Italian or
Yeah,
something.
pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
can I tell you the craziest story about Dino? So when I was like a very young teenager, 13, and I went to Calcutta to visit my mom, who was there for business, and I went into a nightclub, which was the happening nightclub. And I was
the
a London
Park.
girl. Yeah, someplace
Yeah.
else, right?
Someplace
And,
else.
Right. So I was still studying in London, schoolgirl, went out partying with some friends, and I didn't know the clubbing scene was so big in India. And then I see these two male models. At that time, Mark Robinson and Dino Moria.
Oh, they were the big guns.
And I didn't even know who they were. And they've walked into this club and they've like opened their shirts and they're dancing around and gyrating and the girls are going
With each other?
mental. No, with the girls. Like
Because that would be a whole different dimension.
But that's my first memory
So you went
of them.
up
It's so
to
bizarre.
you went up to Dino and said hi?
Of course not. I was like, what is going on in this place? Who are these people? Why are these boys stripping? But yeah, later I got used
Calcutta,
to it.
lovely place. You can do all
I
that.
know,
Here in
but
Mumbai, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that anymore. So anyway, so
Dino
yes, we
put
did
his shirt on,
Dino.
yeah.
We got the Brazilian boy to be the stripper in the video, and it was really good fun to shoot it. It's done super well. Sonam Kapoor very sweetly launched the teaser, and she was really funny because she's like, I'm so happy, Soph, because everyone always objectifies the girls, but you've objectified the boy, and it's so nice. And you know how Sonam is. So she launched the teaser, and Varun Dhawan launched the video, and yeah, it's had amazing support from Karan to Priyanka. Everyone's been tweeting about it. Everyone's been talking about it.
And if Priyanka touches it, you know it's gold.
Well, then I know
Because
it's
she's now with the
international.
Emmys and...
So cool. Yeah, she tweeted it. It was so cool.
Can you
She
believe
was-
we've come to a generation where we have an Indian girl walking around the Emmys,
awesome.
chatting with people like she really belongs?
Yeah, it's awesome. And she does belong. She's worked so
She does.
hard.
Although her accent does slip from North American to South American. And be careful, there's Mexican and Donald Trump, maybe the next boss there, so you got to be careful of that.
Yeah, this is true. She needs to sort the accent. No, not really. She's doing an amazing job. She sounds
But
great. She looks great.
I think she's the right fit.
Yeah, she fits. I tell you what, they find she's got very exotic looks according to them.
May I say the word dark skin? The darker skin, I think, is more appealing.
Of course it is.
Because
she
at the
can
end of the day, yeah.
Yeah, she can be Spanish, she can be Mexican, she can be anything, right? And it works really well for them. And she is that Indian exotic who's very cool.
Also, the name Alex Parrish. Now, I've been across India. I've not met a Parrish family.
Yeah, me
or
neither.
Alex first
No,
name.
but yeah, I know. And I kept trying to think Alex is short for...
What?
Matlab, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Let's Rupali. What
Alex
is it?
Parish?
Yeah, Parish.
Parish?
Alex Parish Rawal. Yes,
That's
you
what it
hit the
is.
nail on the head.
I know,
Let's
I'm
get
a
back to your
smart
video.
girl.
Now, let's talk about the business for a second before we go back to the biopic of who Sophie was and where she's come.
Yeah.
But the whole idea of music television, which was pioneered by people like yourself.
And yourself.
No, but for a while the pop groups were huge and
Huge.
in demand. I mean, you yourself were discovered, if I remember right, with the whole Biddu project.
Correct.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
then suddenly we had this void, and now
Yeah.
you're saying the internet is giving a chance again to new voices and names.
Isn't that great? So don't you remember at one point television, the music videos were bigger than the film songs. We all used to wait for the Euphoria videos,
Yeah.
Shan, the Lergy,
Loveology.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean everyone used to
Tunak,
wait for
tunak.
that.
It's all coming back now.
See, you remember?
Yeah.
So everyone used to love all of that, and then suddenly it just died. And I think it just the music producers suddenly realized that they need to change their sound for movies. Movie producers suddenly realized this idea of a promotional video, which is basically like a pop video. And suddenly in a promotional video, if you've got big movie stars like a Shah Rukh or whatever, it's going to be much bigger than just a pop singer doing it. So I think the whole market shifted. The sound changed in film music. We had songs like Bluffmaster. Abhishek
Bachchan, yeah.
That's not a film song. That's a hip hop pop song. So I think the film music started becoming cooler and more poppy. And so the pop market started fading, which is a really sad thing. But it's thanks to the digital age, it's definitely back. And it's
So ultimately, India has come to the right position. No more pops. Is what you're trying to say in a certain way.
I definitely don't want any more pops.
But why Brazilian? Why do you go for a Brazilian guy?
Let me tell you, Broj.
You just like South American men, is that it?
Nothing. Well, whatever. I like good-looking men. But the point being that being the producer of this video, so the production team kept sending me photographs of guys. I cannot tell you. At one point, for one
It's
week,
like roadies?
all I was
Was it like a
seeing,
roadies audition?
I was only seeing guys
Leather
with
jacket,
abs.
myself, Deepak, tax look. Say ab.
I was like, thank God they've not recorded their auditions. What if I had to see guys like gyrating? Then some of them like, oh my God, it'd be really painful. By the end of the week, I was like, guys, can you stop sending me these pictures of guys like in these half-naked poses? I just don't want to see it anymore. Half of them are really dire. And then finally, I saw this lovely picture of this guy, and I said, he's the one. He'll do. I was fed up, Broach. I was fed up.
So
of
was there any
seeing
chemistry with, what's his name?
Gyro Sanchez.
Gyros, like the sandwich.
Gyro.
Like the sandwich.
No, gyro like a pen, no? Gyro?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever, Sanchez.
I'm not that familiar with, I speak a little Portuguese, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Neymar, for example, comes to mind, but not much more. So
Yeah.
what was the chemistry? Was there any chemistry?
Well, no, because my video director...
Better than ours, obviously.
No, I think you and I had a much more exciting chemistry, Broach. Can you imagine what a wasted opportunity for me? Yeah, my video directors were very clear.
Every time you went to change your outfits, I used to call the carpenter and say, can we drill a hole? But the carpenter turned out to be more interested in me. He's one of those. So,
Oh,
yeah.
now you tell
I was his
me.
Brazilian boy.
Oh my goodness! All those visuals come flooding right back.
Video.
So the video. So yeah, so this lovely guy Jairo was in the video, but me being the girl who's the bride, I didn't get to hang out with the stripper as much as
It's
my
the other
friends
girls who are
do.
enjoying
the
the
girls
party.
who are having fun, and then of course my lovely groom who comes to take me at the end, who's a lovely Freddie Daruwala.
Oh, the model. He's a sweet guy.
Yes, he's a lovely guy, good-looking guy. So yeah, so my videos always have that kind
He's
of
so young, he
fun.
might be my son. I better check.
No, he's not that yet.
But what I'm really interested in, of course, you're very talented and you've been around for a long time and you've done videos and you know the whole market. But how the hell did you get 7 million views so quickly? So obviously there's a whole revival. Plus, obviously the song is doing well.
Well, actually, you know what? We had an amazing marketing plan because I realized that, today's day and age is really about marketing and how you're going to create some noise. Me just putting a song out there really means nothing.
Yeah, because I've seen lots of people put songs out there and
it
then
means
they'd ask
nothing.
you about it, you haven't heard of it.
Well, and yeah, not just that. Like, they may have a lot of hits, but beyond that, no one knows the song exists. And you and I know that a hit song isn't just dependent on YouTube hits. It's about people out there dancing
has to
to
get
it, listening to it. It has to
circulated, yeah.
circulate. So we came up with a very cool marketing plan where, actually, I'm very sad you didn't hear about this because everyone was congratulating me on my
I
impending
don't have
wedding.
internet.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
you
have Wi-Fi.
Oh my God,
I live in Malabar Hill next to the Chief Minister. What do you think? We have letters, pens. Have you heard of those things?
I have indeed.
There
I've
you go.
used it last in about 1999.
When you were in that third world country, England. Yeah, the one that left Europe and I was floundering between Asia and
don't
England.
even. I'm really upset about that.
Are you? You should be.
I am upset about that. I'm
Aren't
gonna
you a
have to
British
swap-
passport holder still?
Yes, I'm going to have to swap my bloody passport at some point.
Why did they do that? We'll come back and talk about
We'll
that.
talk about
Let's
that,
finish
yeah.
up with the marketing
Anyway, yeah,
thing.
so the marketing thing, we came up with an idea. There was a still from the song, which you could see my face, but you couldn't see the guy's face. It looked like a very pretty romantic picture. And I put it out just with the caption saying, can't wait. And my lovely Neha Dupia and Bipasha Basu, who were kind of in on the plan a little bit, just retweeted it saying, waiting for this mad bachelorette. And the next thing, for 2 days, the news channels...
So people thought it was a real party.
People thought I was getting married.
Excellent.
Everyone was congratulating me on... My friends from London were calling me going, is there something
were
you
you?
need to tell us?
No.
Are you mad? No. This was like...
Sometimes for publicity, artists do anything, I'm told.
Well, I thought people would be curious.
But if
I
you
didn't
did
think
want to
about
get married,
mental.
would it have been me?
Of course, Broach. That's why I'm still single.
Damn.
Yeah, just to make
You can't
feel
even
better.
lie anymore. I mean, you used to lie so beautifully. It's so
Well,
hurtful.
so let me try again.
Yeah.
So anyway, we put that out and it just got so much attention. And straight after that, Sonam launched the teaser and she was like, okay guys, Sophie's still single.
So did you have
and
to
all
answer
that.
a lot of questions after that?
Oh, my
Was your
goodness,
email ringing off the hook?
No, Twitter, Instagram, my WhatsApp, people calling, old staff
Broken
calling my
hearts coming
mom.
on your Instagram?
Lots. A lot of that. So it was amazing to see that response. So it just created a huge build-up. And then everyone was like, okay, what is this about? And then it was, okay, Sophie's not getting engaged, but she's still having a bachelorette. Here's the song.
Okay, but you're being a little modest because obviously the song, it can't run without the song being good.
No, the song's great.
So the
song's
song's
really
obviously
good.
great. It's
Yeah.
caught up,
Yeah.
which brings us to the fact that you do so many different things, Sophie,
Yeah.
and we need now to go back into your life. Because I know primarily you are a singer, but you're also an anchor. You've been a VJ for a long time.
Yeah.
You've been an actress.
Yeah.
You handle events solo.
Yeah.
I'm talking to event companies. I'd rather have Sophie. Yaar, wo sab kuch karegi. Because you're like a one-point plan. You're like the Ian Botham or Kapil Dev of the business. You know, they can just put you on. You'll anchor. You'll say a few jokes. You'll sing a little bit, and you're the glamour element as well. So just imagine.
Thank you.
Why they have
It's
to,
a good space, no?
Otherwise, they have to hire Dino Moria, myself, Bappi Lahiri, and 2 circus clowns.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
God, I'm really saving the audience some pain.
Yes, you are. Now, when I put it that way, I understand why they choose you anyway. Yeah. God. All right, let's go back. The whole
Yeah.
people don't know this about you, and is that you're basically born and brought up in England.
I am, yeah. I'm
You know,
born and brought up in
you're a
London.
Brit.
I'm a graduate of the London School School of Economics, shockingly.
Nobody knows that either.
Very few people know that.
Why do people think because you're a singer or an artist, you're unqualified educationally? Why do we have these
I
stereotypes?
know, it's crazy, right? Most people don't believe Ritesh Deshmukh's a qualified architect. I mean, and he
Or
is.
Falguni Pathak is a
Professional dandiya singer.
10 standard pass. I'm not sure. I'll just have to
Shut
Google.
up.
But she's lovely. Let's not
She's
make fun of
so
anyone.
sweet. I love her.
Empathize for people in the business who work long hours, late nights, and put up with all kinds of crap.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
But
and don't necessarily look as gorgeous as you, so it's
thanks,
hard.
bro.
I'm talking about myself, you're not anybody else.
Okay, I got it finally.
When you meant dandiya sticks, I was thinking of my next gig. I have only the one stick. The real recession.
Oh no!
No, not that way.
Never
Soft, come on, no.
Only one stick, really?
No, I didn't mean it that way. It
I'm
came out
sure
all
you
wrong.
didn't.
I meant about the recession, and let's go away from that.
Yeah, we have to cut
England,
back.
England.
So yeah, born and brought up there. Studied at the LSE. Studied in Paris. Did political science in Paris. And while I was doing that, got a record deal with Universal India. Came with my girl band.
But can we just go back a second to
Sure.
your early days in England? When you were growing up, was there I mean, look at the way you've explained your career as London School of Economics. I'm thinking you come from a certain type of person in that background who's definitely going to have a very serious career, conventional career.
Yeah.
So music couldn't have been something that was seriously being pursued at that point.
I don't. Well, you know what? I was always a really filmy bacha. I love the movies. I love the music. And everybody in my family loved music. So even though I'm from a business background, everybody was very music inclined.
Were you singing in some shows or something?
I was singing like I was probably one of the best singers in my school ever since I was a kid.
Oh.
And then when I was 12, I met
you won the
amazing-
contest and all
of
the
that.
usual stuff.
All of the usual stuff, the dramatic.
What was the first song you ever sang on stage? Do you remember?
I don't, but I do remember singing for an audition when I was probably about 8 years old, and the song was "So I'm saving all my love for you." Whitney Houston.
So sorry. Yours was Whitney, mine was just Houston. Okay, but we'll take a quick break so we'll give you a little time to remember, and we'll go back in time and just relive all that
Sure.
and bring you to this lovely moment in your career where you have a Mercedes Benz parked outside and you asked me to wash it while you do your nails. We'll be back.
Some things never change.
Hello there, my name is Naveen Narona, and as a gay person in India, I get asked a lot of stupid questions.
Beta, is it LGBT or eligibility?
How do two men procreate?
Bro, is Grindr better than Tinder or what?
We answer all these questions and much more on my podcast, Keeping It Queer, where I talk to individuals from the LGBT community in India and learn about their personal stories. Catch all the episodes on the IVM podcast app or any other podcasting app you like. Till then, keep it queer.
So it's amazing. I asked Mr. Bachchan, Amitabh Bachchan himself, what was his first role. I remember in an interview, and he said his first role was that of a chicken. And he said it with a straight face, and actually it was. And he actually clucked after that because there were some school plays or something. And I was like, this is India's greatest actor. But the fact that he could do that could tell you, that the man is so comfortable with himself.
Yeah, he's awesome, right? We've had the pleasure of interviewing him so many times. In fact, he's so punctual, as we all know, that I remember we were late to interview him once.
Were we?
Well, I was on time, but the rest of the crew was nowhere to be seen. So I was sitting there literally like, I didn't
Let's
know where to
mention the
look.
brand, MTV.
Yeah, MTV.
Discipline was always a problem.
Yeah, so we were there. I was there, and they weren't. Like the crew was still setting up, and he was there, and I was just like,
So you had to work as PR in those days as well, no?
Yeah.
So I remember the producers, some of them, as nice as they were, just didn't know how to talk to anyone.
No, they
So you'd
didn't.
have to go and speak to the artist, speak to the actor.
I remember one actress getting really upset.
Who?
Really?
Please.
No, really?
It's a
no.
podcast.
No.
Come on, we need that.
No.
Okay, let me guess.
Go
Does
on.
it start with P?
No.
R?
Yes.
Ravina?
No, I'm not saying what you said.
Who else? Rani?
I'm not saying.
We got two
I said
options.
R.
There's no three, right?
There could be. You don't know everyone.
I know from those days.
Anyway, she got really upset because I didn't stand up to greet her. And the thing was...
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. And I was being microphoned. And so when she came in, I was like, hi, it's so nice to see you. I said, I'm really sorry. Just give me a second. I'm being microphoned. I can't get up. And she's like, no problem, babes, blah, 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 blah. She promptly complained to our producer, who then came and said, what do you do to upset her? And I was like, well, what did I do? She's saying you didn't stand to greet her. I was like, you serious? So me being me, I've never changed. When she came to sit next to me, I said, I hear you're upset with me. And she's like, huh? No? Why? What happened?
You bring out the British accent to intimidate us Indians whenever you feel like it. We're uncomfortable and can't talk to you properly.
Yeah.
I remember...
No, babes, everything's fine, babes. I was like, and she was like, no, not at all. It's a misunderstanding. I said, I know, because you and I are friends, because we were. So she's like, no, it's a misunderstanding. But either she was upset about something else, and the producer just came to take it out on me, or there was, I don't know what it was, but it was fine. We had a fab interview after that, and she's lovely and whatever.
And you were caught between this whole thing of being a singer singer, actress yourself, and a VJ.
Oh my God,
So you're part of establishment and part of the artist fraternity,
Yeah.
and you're caught in the middle.
Yeah, and forget that, like, MTV used to find it a little awkward to deal with. Like, the singing, VJing was fine. Then when the acting happened, it was like, ye to sab kar rahi. But MTV was still cool. The media had such a problem with it. Everywhere I'd go, can you please choose one? What is your favorite one? Why won't you stick to one? I'm like, what is your problem? And they're so...
I like the way you dumb down all their accents. They're all uneducated journalists. Is somebody trying to say about Bollywood? In Bollywood, nobody talks properly. What the hell?
You know how the journalists, they ask you these
stereotypes.
questions. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to
You
England.
know.
I want to go back to your life now.
Yeah, go
and just get into that whole thing. So you were singing Whitney Houston songs. Obviously, you were talented so that, word gets around. But you're London School of Economics. So the plan was to be a marketing guru or something like that.
No,
a corporate general.
I was doing political science, so I thought if all else
UN?
fails, I was going to work in the UN or the EU,
God
which
knows
is now
they need the help.
defunct, really. But,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
But I wouldn't have had a job now. But the UN, that's what I thought I'd do because I speak fluent French, I speak Italian, English, Hindi. So I was like, I'm a linguist. I'm good at this. So, but I met Bidu when I was 12, and he said, I'm making a song and I need a girl to sing backing vocals on it. And that song,
Why was he talking to 12-year-old girls?
No, he met my mom, and my mom said
okay.
she can sing now.
Otherwise,
Don't be me.
I may have to make some calls.
Don't be me. So I went and sang the backing vocals for Made in India.
Made in India. Just remind me.
Made in India. Made in India. Ek dil chahiye that's made in India.
Correct.
Yes.
I remember.
So I sang the backings on that, and after that, he was like, kid, one day I'm going to launch you. And that's what happened. I came to...
What was the group called? There was
Sansara.
Sansara.
That's
Three
the first
girls,
time,
right?
yeah. That's the first time I came
What
to
happened to the other
India.
two girls?
Like all girl bands, we split up because we didn't like each other. And we've not
Who was
spoken in
Yoko?
10 years.
Who was the Yoko? Which is the guy who became Yoko in your lives?
I don't even... No, there was no Yoko in our lives. There was nothing like that. We all genuinely just didn't like each other.
Really?
We all had personal
why?
issues with each other. I don't know. They couldn't
What were their
speak
names?
Hindi. Really? I'm giving them free publicity. No,
But come on.
I'm kidding.
They're
It
not in the
was,
business anymore. It's just you.
Shanata, Monica, and...
Shanata.
Shanata, Monica, and Sophie. That was us.
Shanata Monica? That doesn't sound like a... I don't know. If to me it sounds like a Manmohan Desai French film. Yeah. Shanata, Monata, Sophia. It's like
We wanted to be very international. In fact, you know what? Our aim was never to sing Hindi songs. We thought we were going to be the first British Asian girl band to be singing like songs in the West. So we even did a cover version of Rolling Stone's Paint It Black. We got the rights for it.
Wow.
And we sang that. And so we thought we were going to, be big out there. But we got a deal here with Universal. And so we came and we shot 2 songs, which is when I met all of you guys at MTV when we were promoting.
We actually interviewed you. You may not remember.
I do
in that
remember.
small little CMM
I
thing
can never
place.
forget. It's the first time I met
Yeah.
you. I met Malaika.
That's
I met
right.
everybody. I met Maria interviewed me. Minnie interviewed me. Like Shanaz as well. Like I met everybody. We did all the shows.
I think it was like a job audition.
It was fab. Yeah, I didn't know later that it literally was like a job audition for me. But yeah, it was amazing. And the songs did really well. But we were all studying. I was still studying. And then the girls didn't really want to come here and spend time and put in the work. So we split up. And then I finished my degree. And then I said, I'll come to India for 1 year. And then you know what happened. I mean, I became an MTV VJ. I had 2 huge songs.
But you always had songs. You always had some release or the other. It's not like you stopped singing.
No, I didn't. I mean, Mera Babu Chal Chabila, Ek
Yeah.
Pardesi, these songs were massive while I was at MTV. And then I did that. I got launched by David Dhawan in a movie. And straight after that, I did Pyar Ke Side
This is
Effects
that
with
wedding
Rahul
film.
Bose. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did the amazing Pyar Ke Side Effects with Rahul Bose, which
Very
was an
good.
amazing film and amazing to be part of. So yeah, after that, it made no sense to go back.
And when people ask you who's taller, your answer would be
I wasn't allowed to wear heels.
Indian men. I don't understand Indian men. I've never understood. Because my wife wears heels and takes them off and hits me with them. It's totally different.
She wears
experience.
heels for a very different reason, Broach.
Yeah, to avoid me, avoid looking at me. I just look over. All right. So now let's talk about MTV for a couple of minutes since we worked there for a little while. Major complaints.
Major complaints. Oh my God. No complaints except
Do you
for...
miss all that?
I
Sometimes.
think we were VJs at the best time. I mean,
Yeah.
you're of course
When they were
Broach, you're the
interested in
pioneer.
VJs.
Yeah, and I think I thought MTV was like music television, right? It was about music and about stuff like
misnomer.
that. And then suddenly, I saw the transition happening to roadies in Splitsville, and they were like, "Will you host Splitsville?" And I'm like, I didn't come on television to interview people who want to be famous just by being rude. Like that doesn't work for me. And I didn't want to hang out, with all due respect, with all of those guys, and just I just didn't want to get
And
into
some
that
of their stories are really
space.
sad. You can't even empathize
I
with
don't
them.
mind some of the sad stories, but the language and just to be noticed by being outrageous just for the sake of it, that's just pointless. And that's not music television for me anyway.
And what being sexist, some of the women scared me.
Did they?
The roadies women.
Yeah.
No, the VJs are wonderful. I have not a bad word.
Don't you have amazing memories of MTV? We had so much fun, bro.
The VJs were... The producers irritated me a lot. The VJs, I absolutely no worries.
Really,
on
the
that. I can't think
producers
of any-
irritated him a
I
lot
never
because
fought with a VJ in my
it was
life.
never cold enough. Brocha was always sweating. He was always hot. It was never cold enough,
No,
and I'm sure nothing's changed.
No, nothing's changed. And they're never on time. They take too long. all that. Yeah.
Yeah, all that. And the girls take
But I
a long
miss
time to get ready.
Loveline. People may not know this. We used to host a show called Loveline.
I'm sure
which now-
everyone still remembers Loveline.
No, but it was like a precursor to a lot of these shows where you discuss problems.
Yeah.
And I think we tried to find a balance between actually helping people and being a little silly about it.
We had an amazing time doing Loveline, but except for Brocha
you
would
remember
always
the-
turn it into a
this-
cricket show.
Do you remember? Yeah, that would happen from time to time. Do you remember the occasional suicide notes
So
and
many,
blood written letters? And
Yeah,
how
and-
lonely are people in India? Isn't it sad?
So crazy, but I think it's so much better now. I don't know if it's a good thing, but thanks to all this social media, everyone's forever getting in touch with each other, and now you have things like Tinder. They don't need us anymore for
I remember once you were
introductions.
very upset because we got this blood letter in blood. I
Yeah.
suppose that's the right way to put it. And you were really upset about it, being a little more sensitive than I am. And I was looking at the clock. And I remember you telling me that, you're saying, broach, as you called me, that, why would someone do this? How bad can their life be?
Yeah.
And you were talking to yourself almost aloud. And after about 5 minutes of pontificating, I couldn't take it. And I said, Soph, can we hurry up, please? And he looked at me, and for 1 second you were thinking, should I be angry? But then you started laughing.
Because that's
like
just how
that.
it always was. But the kind of things we used to get, I really like this girl, how can I say hi? I mean, like, that's
Well, no,
50% of the
there
problem
was
is
a
how do I say
guy.
hi?
There was a guy once who wrote in about how much he loves this girl for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Follows her at the bus stop, is in the class and all
Yeah.
that, but has never spoken to her even once.
Yeah, and I was like, you
5
are
years.
a stalker if
Yes.
you don't soon approach
5
her.
years.
It was crazy. We saw so many of those. And we had some fun producers that we used to work with. And in fact, let's not forget the Raghu and Rajiv.
Oh,
The
the
first
Baldies.
show they ever produced was Loveline.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what they took over
Preeta,
after a while.
Rajiv,
Yeah.
Raghu.
Yeah,
Not even naming names.
Zulfia, that nobody knows. But anyway, we had some amazing
There was
memories.
one more. Zulfia, of course, and there was another girl. Oh, God, why can't Rakhani? What is her first? Zarina? No.
No, you're
I can't
making up
remember.
names now. But we had an amazing time.
I'm sorry, I've got Alzheimer's. Just help me through it.
But, at the end of the day, I think that was the golden age of VJs and music television, and people used to actually tune in to see
Let's
what we're
blow
up
our
to.
own trumpets.
We must.
God
because
knows nobody else will.
Look, nowadays, there's no such thing.
But look
as
at
a
me
VJ.
for Loveline. I mean, we had Malaika, then I think we had for a little while Shanaz, and then we had you.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody was like, wow, what a job. All my other friends, going to a bank, catching a train in the morning. One guy's in the merchant navy, stuck at sea for 4 months. And I'm thinking, and they all used to tell me, what a life. We saw you on TV, hot chicks sitting next to you.
And movie stars doing that, yeah.
And being familiar, no? So you
Of
start
course.
calling each other by first name and, you're laughing at the jokes and all that.
Yeah.
So they think, you're in heaven. For a while I was, but then it all ended.
For a very long while, bro.
Yeah.
For a very long
Fun
while you were in
times, fun
heaven. It
times.
was fun times.
The
It
pay
really
was
good.
terrible, but
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
People thought we were making so much money. We really weren't, which is also one of the reasons I left.
I used to drive a Uber cab by night.
You still do.
I do. I just can't find my way. But I give special
Cyrus
rates. Tell your friends.
but
huh?
does everybody know that Cyrus Brocha does not own a mobile phone? He has never written a check or paid anyone. He has no
That they'll
money
know.
in his wallet. Does everybody
I don't have a
know
wallet, Soph. I
yeah,
still
that's
don't have
why
a
he doesn't
wallet.
have anything. Like, does everybody still know this?
Today I was so worried because there was a terror threat the day we were recording this.
Huh.
And I drove all over in the morning. And there's Nakabandi and police everywhere and guns and machine guns. And I have no license and no wallet.
So then?
So, when they
Oh,
stop
but
you
then
and they
Uber-
ask you for identification,
But
if
then-
they didn't see Loveline in 1992, I'm a little screwed. Huh? When Inspector Gaitonde says, oh, brocha, kaun brocha? Dekha nahi main. To kaun hai?
I think all you need to say is Bakra.
Not a good joke when they're doing a terror threat, let me tell you. When 5 guys with machine guns who've been up all night at 6 in the morning point. By the way, why did they point the guns at you? Shouldn't they be pointing the guns down?
Yeah, just in
and
case.
point it at you only when they want to kill you?
Yeah. Generally, that's the...
I confessed. I didn't do anything, but I just confessed. I saw the gun. I'm like, I did it. God, this guy's amazing. How the world has changed.
It has changed. But you know what? I'm really happy I live in Bombay. It's a good
But
city.
Soph, let's praise you a little bit here. You know,
thanks.
you're one of the few people, I can't actually think of a second, who has straddled so many worlds.
Thank
and,
you.
and there's a standard because you're a very competitive person, and it's not like you'll do anything half-heartedly.
Never.
You've kept the singing going.
Yeah.
You're huge in the event world. I know because I get the odd event and I find out how your things are going. You manage to do films. You've put yourself in television, you're in mainstream television as well, and now you're on the internet with 7 million hits and growing, and God knows what else.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you need to do all these different things? I know you get this question all the time.
No, I
but
feel like I've still not done anything, bro.
So what else do you want to do now?
I don't know. I feel like there's still so much more to come. I'm excited where music's going, and definitely another single before the end of the year. That's
Talking
my
about
plan.
single, where's the guy?
I know, bro.
Soph, this is a very difficult question for me to answer. When I was a little younger, they used to ask me, does Soph have, the next question is,
Yeah.
okay, if she doesn't like you, then does she
Who's
have
the
a guy?
boyfriend?
Who's the guy?
Yeah.
And there were a few film stars' names that would come up. I won't mention them now, but
We know who they were.
Whatever, that's in the past. So now, is there a guy?
No, bro.
How
There's
can
no
a hot,
guy.
successful woman like you be single?
You just
What's
answered the
catch?
question.
No. Are you a chief minister of a state or something and men fear you? What's catch?
I don't know, bro. It's just really hard to find like guys who can like deal with someone
You
like
think?
me. Yeah. Not everyone's that appreciative of somebody who's doing so many things or someone who's like quite like a strong personality or successful.
You
Not
found
everyone.
a single person? Because I have this friend called Kunal Vijayakar. He's very lonely. He's like a teddy bear which can talk.
I
have you
know.
seen Ted?
I met that teddy bear in London. He was wearing a big hat for no reason and shorts, and he was shopping.
can't believe-
he was carrying he was laden with shopping bags. Oh yeah,
That sounds like the missus.
Yeah, he. He had tricked Baman Irani into taking him on holiday with
Yeah,
him.
he does that. He
Yeah,
does
that would be Kunal Vijayakar.
He's the hand baggage of the Irani family. You're absolutely spot on with that.
Yeah, so
observation.
so I know that you and him are already so close. I wouldn't want to come in between that bond.
Yeah, we're like Lennon and McCartney without the talent.
and,
But
and the hat, I just
why would he wear this? But he's very dapper,
He's
a
super
big,
dapper.
He's a big fan of Dev Anand, for example.
Of course.
That whole, I don't know, Gregory Peck or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That kind of. So it's all about wearing. When we travel in Europe, he's always wearing these extra things.
Scarf, hat,
Scarf,
all
cravat.
that,
I didn't know the cravat was in existence anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
but it-
I know.
yeah.
But a lot of people didn't know you still existed.
Yeah, yes. Me and the cravat. How sweet stuff. Thank you
I
so
love
much.
you,
I will cry
Raj.
now. All right, but looking forward now.
Yeah, no. To what? Kunal
What's
or a
next?
guy? Or what?
Guy I've given up on. I don't know
given
what the
up,
story
nah?
is. Maybe
Yeah.
your standards are just too high.
My standards are high, Roach. I'm an LSE graduate who can sing, act, and dance.
I speak 6 languages.
And speak all those languages.
Yeah.
I have to have high standards,
Fair
a little
enough.
bit. And the
But
thing is,
we'll put an ad out there for
thank
what it's
you.
worth.
Why do you think I came here today?
Yeah, there you go.
that was the whole point.
Let me put on my looking for love voice. Sophia, looking for love. If you're interested, call us on our podcast. Our email is whatever it is, but I can't remember. But
And Brocha doesn't have a phone number, so you'll have to email
just
someone.
email for the female. That's the point of our stupid ad. Yeah, but
Yeah, but
it's like
looking
one of those
forward.
dark secrets. Why does Soph not have a boyfriend? With all the things that are going
According
for
to
her?
my very dear friend Manish
And look at the way you look. They can't see you, but maybe they can if they go on our website. And you look. No one will. I think
Oh,
fitter than when we were doing Love Line.
Yeah,
which is 10 years
definitely
ago.
fitter now.
And you were
Definitely.
very fit then.
Thank you.
I'm.
Thank you. I feel fit
Why
now.
do women
but-
do that? Look better with age, and we look at us. The grandfathers, things are falling out, organs don't work. It's not fair, man.
Well, we got to age gracefully and
You think?
beautifully. Yeah,
I don't meet
that's
one
the one
fat
thing we've
cow
got.
of a woman and just spend the rest of my life with her. Oh, okay.
Shut up.
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
See, some things really never change. But anyway, yeah. But my very dear friend Manish Malhotra always says, "Ya to ye ladki bahut sharif hai, ya bahut achhi actress hai."
But you're quite sharif, aren't you?
I am. You know I am.
I know you. It's all bullshit. Some dark secret. Killing people in the back room.
Yeah,
Some
I've
psycho
got my very
Norman
dark
Bates.
playroom,
Yeah.
the back of my house. No, I don't have any of that. But all applications are welcome. And in the meantime, this year is about definitely more music, more videos. And if you haven't seen Sajan Main Nachungi, please go on YouTube and mere views ko increase karo, please.
It'll be done right now.
Right now.
Do you miss Europe?
I miss Europe. Of course I miss Europe. Don't you? It's so beautiful. I love going there, the weather and just being able to walk
Do you
around.
miss David Cameron?
I do. I really liked him. I'm so upset he did
What
this
about this
referendum.
Theresa May? Do you have any faith in her?
Well, apparently she's doing a good job, but like she's kind of, lumbered with like the not the best situation, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I basically want to know what I'm going to have to do with my passport, because right now it says, British citizen, part of the European Union, and now I'm no longer part of the European
That's just
Union.
paperwork. Everybody will have to go through that.
Yeah.
But Boris Johnson, we were watching him. You're not a fan, I can tell from your face. But what was with the whole look and I was studying his background. He's from elite schools and colleges and everything.
I know, of course.
But why the Aam Aadmi sort of, one of the soil things, goes and hugs people, has a strange hairstyle?
Because clearly he had more political ambitions than people give him credit for, and
Mm-hmm.
clearly he got a little bit backstabbed.
That was amazing. That
it was amazing, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it's amazing, right? And then, of course, the one
It's like
who...
worse than Indian politics. I was so impressed.
Yeah, and then of course, the independent party leader who did all of this then promptly resigned. It's fab.
So what was the reason?
He got what he wanted, and then he realized he's not going to get anything else. So that was pretty much
destroy everything and leave.
So it's amazing. So when I watch all these
shows, at last we're paying the British back. We're teaching them all the bad habits of politics. Excellent. I'm very happy.
All they needed to do was a bloody referendum.
Are you disappointed with England at the moment in terms of the England you grew up with, the Britain you grew up with, rather?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's not the way it should be going, right? But I think I'm disappointed with the world at large because when we were kids. I mean, like, of course, I was a kid a bit later than you.
Much later.
But I mean, what an amazing... Yeah, you did. What an amazing childhood. Like, such a cool, safe childhood compared to now. Like, didn't have to worry about anything.
I blamed it on MTV. Everything was going
it's our
fine.
Fault?
Then they moved to reality and
I
the world
agree.
has got the
They
civil
created
war
these
everywhere,
roadies and everything.
blah, blah, blah,
I agree with you.
Yep, it's all roadies.
It's all roadies creating anger.
That roadies.
Can I tell you an amazing thing? Have you seen the movie Pink?
Of course
it's
not.
fantastic.
I can't go to theatres and watch movies. It costs too much.
That's true. But it's a fantastic film, Mr. Bachchan's new film, right? And so in it, one of the guys...
Him and 5 girls, he took no money. So
yeah. But it's an amazing film, really relevant. And one of the guys in it is this typical Delhi stirrer. Now, the actor, I'm terrible, I've forgotten his name, but he's from Hyderabad, so he's not a Delhi wala at all. And I was like, but you play it so well. He's like, yeah, all I did was watch Roadies and Splitsvilla. I said, what? He goes, yeah, that's how I shaped my character, just by watching all these guys on Roadies and Splitsvilla. And he's played it exactly like that typical Delhi wala, kya kaan karke aaye ho, kya ye, kyun ye, wo usko pakdo. All that, like, full attitude, arrogance, a real stirrer. And he's played it so well, and I was like, Roadies helped you do that? Okay, that just says it all,
so
really.
Roadies has a future. So don't knock those guys down.
I know.
Remember, out of 100 Roadies, one of them gets a job. So
Ranvijay.
Yeah, there you go. Solve the problem.
And Ayushman.
Ayushman was like half a roadie.
Yeah, but he was on Roadies.
He went off-road after some time.
That's true. That's true. These Roadies have actually done really better than the VJs.
No, only 3. You've named 2 out of 150.
Yeah, that's true.
The other 148, they're all in Sri Lanka looking for work. It's not easy.
No, all the others have done other shows now.
You think?
Yeah, all reality shows.
All right.
Yeah, I know. They're making more money than us, Broach. What are we doing?
I'll bring in someone to help us make money. He runs a thing called the AMA for 2 minutes. He'll ask us questions and he'll get paid for that.
Wow.
His name is Amit Doshi.
Oh.
He's sexy.
Wow.
And he knows it.
Hi, I'm Amit Verma, the host of the weekly podcast The Seen and the Unseen. In my show, I examine the seen effects and the unintended consequences of public policy and private action. I show how policies meant to help the poor often end up hurting the poor. I've done episodes so far on demonetization, GST, surgical strikes, immigration and MRP. And I will continue my forensic assault on the truth in the weeks to come.
Catch the show every Monday on the IVM Podcast app or any other podcasting app that you prefer. Or visit seenunseen.in for all the latest updates.
If you have any questions for Cyrus, write to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Or you can send an email to whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
Okay, here with Sophie, we've got a guest who's come in who wants to hear your new album, or rather your new video. Kunal, say hi.
Hello, Sophie. I've been a big fan for the
shut
longest
up.
time.
So,
and I'm dying to hear you sing now.
Sing. Come on. Give us a taste.
करदा है जी की आज फ्लोर हिला दूं सैया की आएगी बारात नशीली होगी रात सजन मैं नाचूंगी डीजे से कह दो एक बात बजाए सारी रात सजन मैं नाचूंगी
That's why.
See? Most singers are scared to come and just sing like that without any backup and whatever.
What rubbish.
A lot of them say no.
Yeah.
Why, are you out of your mind? They say no to me flatly. Gary Royer comes to mind. Gary, I'm kidding. Stop.
But then we can have people like Dennis who can come and sing no matter what, right?
But Dennis, you have to tell him to shut up because it's a different experience. He doesn't look like Sophie, for God's sake. He looks like Dennis.
He does look like
All
Dennis.
right, AMA time, Soph.
Okay.
He asked the
Okay.
questions. Your assistant in the Quizmasters
Yes.
colony is the great Kunal.
I will listen.
The great Dandy Kunal.
What the hell? You both are products of the British Empire? I'm proud.
All right. So let's see. What's the first question? How can you politely get rid of people with body odor?
There's no polite. I do a whole acting in the gym and all that. I hold my mouth, I hold my nose.
I'm the same.
But I don't tell them on their face. That's just
I
too
wish
rude.
I could tell them
Yeah,
on the face,
that's-
but I'm actually really sly like that. I call the owner of the gym,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, yeah, that person,
Yeah.
you got to talk to them. So then I make her go and do it, or I make someone from the gym. It's unbearable. How can you not know you smell?
It's like indirect elections. You have to do it though.
But my question is, you know,
How come nobody in the family tells them?
Yeah,
That's what I don't
how
understand.
come
That's actually the
But in the gym, people are at least sweating. There's a reason to sweat, and hence they have body odor. What about people who have body odor when they're not in the gym?
exactly
God,
body odor in a
Body
car.
odor is not a do with the gym.
That's the
Yeah,
dangerous
it's not
stuff.
At the
but
gym,
it's
it's worse.
But what I'm saying is a lot of people in India confuse like deodorant and body mist. Body mist does not stop body odor. Deodorant helps you. It does. It's true. Deodorant does.
No, we're talking about. I'm confused.
I
They
don't
spray
even know the
themselves
two
with like a
things.
body mist, which is like a nice smelling water, and they do that.
Oh, like
Oh,
the
the
axe.
And they think they spray themselves with that, and they think that's going to
So
help
you
with the
don't
body
drink
odor.
that.
Shut up, Roja. But they don't use a deodorant. Use a freaking deodorant.
No,
Everybody
but he's
needs
talking
to.
about people. It's not about the sweat. The sweat smell is different. Everybody sweats
It's
and
what
smells.
you eat, no?
It's a smell that some people have.
Yeah.
We had someone in PR like that. I wouldn't mention names, and it was very hard.
No, it is really hard, and I'm like, I have.
So
a
why doesn't
super
anyone
sen-
tell them growing up? Their family members, their boyfriends, girlfriends, the people.
I don't know. And if you go, like, I'm Punjabi, but if you go like to Punjab, the body odor is like really bad because of like A, the climate, and B, what everyone eats, right? Like all those masalas and like
We
what
just
you
lost
eat.
the stage.
We just
Podcast is lost one full, vibrant,
But I'm
powerful.
Punjabi, yaar.
That's not
I'm
good enough.
Punjabi, but I'm just saying that like
Bring them back.
You know, Sophie, there's another thing
We can't
about
smell them here.
deodorants. Most people don't know that deodorants have to be sprayed on the body and not on your clothes. They do
They spray it on their clothes?
Yeah.
They play on with that.
Yeah.
That's
They
not
just take the
deodorant,
deodorant
that's
and put it on.
cologne.
Middle class
no.
India, a lot of people spit on the clothes.
that's okay. So
cologne.
it means someone needs to tell them it needs to go on the body.
So the clothes smell really good.
Oh my
That's the
god!
good news.
But
No,
body
but
odor is
but
like
dude,
really
that's just
What
funk,
would
man.
you do?
How would I tell them? I
think
don't
Amit
know.
would tell them. He's a
I
good
would,
guy.
yeah, I think I just would, man. Dude, you stink.
You stink.
Yeah. And for a comedian, that's a terrible thing to hear.
No, I mean, like, seriously, I mean, like,
The
just tell them,
material-
right? They might not
Yes, the
know.
material.
I mean, like, you
How
know,
can you not know? How can people
people
not
sometimes
know?
might not know.
That's the mystery. How can they not have been told by other people in school, in college, in the dormitory, in the flat, in the house?
Like I know some
The
really
lover.
hot actors or actresses.
Name
no
smelly
names.
ones.
No
Who can
names.
start with
Any-
A? Abhishek.
No.
Amjad, Arbaz,
No.
Ajay,
No. Not
Atul.
answering this. Not
Anish.
answering this question.
Oh, he's a painter. Whatever. Give me
Yeah,
something.
but anyway, and I don't understand how people in show business don't even realize they have body odor. At least you're exposed to the outside world. You know things. You should be aware. You should smell great, but no.
No, it's just, I don't understand people who do this. You can smell it, right? I mean, you should be able to smell
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, at least to the point where if you're offensive to somebody else,
Yeah.
you should be able to smell that,
Yeah.
right? I mean, like, yourself, how can you not?
Yeah, I know.
But the fact that you don't feel bad that other people are feeling terrible about your smell, that's the thing that I don't understand. Normally you'd feel bad.
You should feel
If
bad.
I find out that I'm smelling and everybody's worried, upset
Yeah,
about
you're
it, I would
really
sort of like, okay,
conscious.
let me
Yeah,
do
I'd be like,
something.
yeah.
Because
and they don't do anything.
They don't.
Because they're repeat offenders. Like especially
Yes.
at the
Yeah,
gym,
no,
it's
but
always the
it's
same
always
guys.
the
Even
same
if you
people.
tell
Name
All the same people.
they're repeat offenders. Maybe someone should start putting up their pictures on a wall.
I
and
think
then they
so.
won't do it.
Enough of this terrorism nonsense. The big problem is smell.
Actually,
we
that's
gonna
not
get
a bad
together?
idea.
You and
Shaming
where are
is
you?
a good way to do it, right? They should have a wall of shame, right? Which
Yeah,
is just
wall
for
of
the
shame.
stinkiest people.
Yeah.
But it's a disease. I think this pungent body odor which you cannot.
And you don't blame Punjab. You're looking beyond
No,
that.
I don't blame
I'm
Punjab.
not. I'm saying
You
different
blame
things.
Punjab
or Maharashtra or any other
Orissa, for
state.
example.
It's everywhere, but I'm
Jharkhand
saying
has
it's a
their
lot to do with
problem.
the diet. It's
But
like, you're so
And I cannot
nasty.
believe you put Punjab below Haryana on that one. That you're going to cause a civil war.
But I'm not sure it's a bathing issue or a hygiene issue. I think it's a disease. It's
You
a
always bring a
I
serious
think,
light to everything. And now we've
It's
lost
a
already
bathing
the rest
issue,
of India.
it's a climate issue, and it's a dietary issue all rolled into one.
So it's not a medical issue?
No, it's a cleanliness issue. I think it's
No, it could be a
cleanliness
digestive issue.
man.
Yeah.
It could be what you're eating, like she
That's what
said.
I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe.
When it's not to do with sweat, it's got to do from internal issues.
Maybe.
Or whatever
Sure.
putrid thoughts are in your head, you dirty, frustrated, middle-aged man with no sex.
Stop calling him
I'm
names.
sorry, Amit, I didn't mean to. Next one.
All right, the next question is, what is the lamest excuse you've ever given to get out of a boring party?
This Kunal is the expert. So I don't think you... Actually, you also. I've seen you make some exits. So,
I make very quick
come on,
exits.
be honest.
I never say bye. I just exit.
Tell them your philosophy. Let me tell you.
That's so rude and
just-
very
No,
un-British
his
of
point
you.
is...
Oh God. Now I'm feeling bad.
Come on, Soph.
No, go on. What's yours?
I don't. I just say I have to run.
He's saying the truth.
I just
He
don't
never
say
says bye. His point
Byes
is...
are problems.
If you're taking a ride with them, don't say bye. If you say bye, they hold you, they clutch you. Somebody will hold you.
I agree with that completely. Basically, when I want to leave, I leave. I don't say bye.
And then
but
SMS later.
No, I don't want SMS.
No, we have
No
to
repeat
stop.
party for Amit.
No, we have to stop giving ourselves so much importance.
Yeah.
They don't miss you. No, the big
Exactly,
party, nobody's
nobody
missing
cares.
you.
Nobody
They
cares.
miss Soph.
They miss me.
Yeah.
But now I'm not as pretty as she is. What is to be done?
You're not even close to pretty as she is.
See, now it depends on what stage. It depends on what stage the party is. If everyone's a few drinks down, and I know, like the host, I've spent some time with the host, and we've had a laugh, and they've registered that I was there, that I had a good time, and that they're a few drinks down, then I kalti maro, quiet.
What if you just don't like the party? As in, you just feel you're in the wrong place. How do you get out without offending people?
With a really big smile, saying, "Oh my God, I had such a great time, but I've got
But no
to
excuse like,
shoot
oh, my
at-
mom's
I've
got
got
a
to shoot at
headache.
6 a.m.
Oh, shoot.
6, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you can stay. Why don't you go directly?" "I can't. I have a rule, like I never stay out late before a shoot, but I still came for you." Or usually, no, but I do have a rule that the night before a gig, I don't go out partying. So if I do go, then I literally always tell them, "Look, I've got a gig tomorrow. I never party."
Do your gigs in the night tomorrow?
Yeah, but I never go out partying the night before because I have to sing, right? And I have to sing live 2 hours,
Fair
not
enough.
lip sync. So yeah, I
Want to
tend
hear
not
my
to party.
excuse? I see my wife's pregnant and I know who the f***er is. I gotta go home. It works every time. The guy's like, really?
I have a
Oh,
new
shit.
excuse. My
What?
puppy doesn't sleep till I come home. I have to be home.
And puppy is a metaphor for?
No,
Hey,
it's a real puppy.
Punjabi
I have a
child.
real puppy.
Don't mention Punjab. We've lost Punjab. She took away Punjab. She walked in with a pretty smile and a sexy voice and took away a seat. All I did is praise her.
Punjab, I love you.
God, we lost Punjab.
I'll
We
sing-
sound like
I'll
Arjun
sing
Singh
in-
Sidhu. We lost Punjab.
All right, that's all we got.
All right, Soph, always a pleasure.
Thank you. And Punjab, I love you. I do.
We all love Punjab. And Kunal, take your hands off.
Off who? But
Yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was fun. Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps. Please, we beg you, we need you. If you have any questions, write to us online and you can mail us as well. We will answer. We have a doctor in the house called me.
And that's what Cyrus says.
जी हाँ, पेश करते हैं Bollywood Scene Stealers. That's right. Even we have to put some Bollywood in our shows. Indu Mirani talks to people who should get more credit in the scenes. People who should have been given the bhav but weren't given the bhav. She talks to them. And by people, I mean, background dancers, singers, their parents, their aunts, their uncles, cousins, security guards, dressing room attendants, people who clean up after the show's over, someone who's bought the land even though there's no film on it. Check out new episodes on our IVM podcast apps. Happy listening, and fathers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Sorry to say, but there's been a slight delay due to the apocalypse having suddenly begun. As you can see, there's death, destruction, and chaos taking place all around us. But don't you worry, food and drinks will be served shortly, and I would recommend checking out IVM Podcasts to get some of your favorite Indian podcasts. We'll keep you going till this whole thing blows over. Thank you.